Where to next? The year the tribes first left the earth, they entered the sea, and for the first time they found themselves not on the ground, but not yet in the sky. With fish and coral below, and land and settlement and discovery ahead, humans sailed and charted their way outbound and then back ashore with planets and stars. Sailing, pointing at the stars and naming them after heroes and gods, their legends, they traced patterns in the skies to remind them they belonged on the same level as us and our planet, that we weren't so far away from us, before we ever learned that stars were mortal too. The world went on like this, the people never afraid to go too far that they might never find their way back. And they sailed because they thought they'd find it all, and when they did, every island, cape, continent, they looked up again and saw the tempting smile of stars. And then their duty fell to us, the makers, the doers, the dreamers, the ones who refuse to believe it is ever too late to be first, the ones who look at gravity not as law, but as a challenge, and didn't fear that the moon would make us go crazy. We gave our robots names like Discovery, Curiosity, Spirit. We gave them bodies and wheels that dent but refuse to break, and we always knew they wanted to explore where we yet couldn't, because we built them in our own image before we built them in our own backyards. If the tribes could see us now, how far we've come from their possibilities. We've leapt from Kitty Hawk and had the Eagle land on our moon in 60 years. 3 years later, the pioneers who sailed past our own sun left with plaques that tell the people who find them how to find our Terra and how to say hello. Innumerable planets, one species known to leave its home on a whim. I dream how that someday our spaceman's finger will reach out to find that something is coming back towards us to say it isn't in our heads. And now the task has fallen to you and me, and we can never let it fade. And that is why I write. I can't give you the treasure, but I can make the map that leads you outside of Terra and into Andromeda. I write to remind humans how we're perfectly staged to explore our future and observe the past with its background radiation still echoing around us. Science fiction makes me live my life in a series of if, then, because statements. And I know someday the genre will be a synonym for the prophecies we fulfilled and the tragedies we avoided. The future isn't gone because the books I've read told me that it'll be coming home soon.